This is the Obsbot Me, a teeny AI camera tracking bot. Put your phone into the grip, power it on, and it uses its built-in camera to track a moving subject. This is all done without any apps as that phone is turned off. Simply hold your hand out in a high five gesture and it'll lock on. The footage you're currently seeing is from my Pixel 5 as there's no way to view what the built-in camera sees. It's able to pan 150 degrees left and right, and all of this is done via a brushless motor for smooth following results. As you can see, it has no trouble following me with not being distracted by the boys running around. In today's video, we're going to compare its speed and accuracy against a potential competitor, as well as try and mod it to hold a point and shoot camera. Let's get into it. G'day, I'm Cam and I love this kind of tech. Like being able to quickly just stick your phone on something and not have to open an app to start recording is awesome. Frees you up to be able to use other apps like maybe Instagram Live or Filmic Pro, or even attach something like an action camera to devices like this. And that's actually kind of why I bought this, so I can put my little Insta360 Go 2 on it and have tracking from that action camera. Now it does have a payload limit of 270 grams max, and this is well over it. However, I want to try modding it anyway, and we'll just see how it goes today. But for now, let's test the Obspot Me against my other AI camera tracking type bot, the Hohem iSteady V2 gimbal, because this also has a camera built in. Now disregard the camera quality for this test because we're just judging their tracking abilities. Now since the iSteady V2 is 3-axis, it's able to tilt up and keep my face in frame, where the Obspot Me is stuck with pan only. They both seem to do a good job indoors tracking general movement, but when I walked behind the pot, the Obspot did lose track. That's probably due to its camera being mounted below the device, which would have a further obstructed view of the pot. But it takes the win with quick movements. Here you can see the Hohem begin to whip around trying to keep track, where the Obspot has a really smooth pan follow. This is further apparent outdoors where the lighting conditions are tough. The Hohem just struggles to keep track, whilst the Obspot is crazy smooth. The Obspot is recommended for a 0.5 to 3 meter distance for its tracking, with a maximum of 15 meters. I for sure pushed it well beyond this max, and I would say that the glare was the only reason that it lost track here. I switched to the other side of the oval, and we're in short distance with optimal lighting and plain sight. The Hohem was just useless at tracking, and the Obspot kept me locked on. Seriously, I'm the only thing out here on this empty oval, like there's nothing else to track. And with those results, I was stoked to try and mount my camera on the Obspot, and much to my surprise, it just does it with the mount out of the box. You can just extend the phone clamp and that worked. The only issue with this mount is that although it will track me, I can't see the screen, and I don't know if my head's cut off or how the composition's going. So that's when I decided to make a custom mount for my camera. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. So my custom mod was looking fantastic until I turned it on, and that sounds now like it's maybe overloaded. It's not happy at all. I added some tape to any contact points to minimize vibrations and it still had the same thing. And I even moved it so the weight was going out the back and it still vibrated. Now this doesn't really make sense to me because with the original mounted clamp, this didn't vibrate or have any issues with the weight of the camera. And my 3D printed part is for sure lighter than this. But then I touched the tripod. I swapped it out for an all metal heavy duty one and
You've got to be kidding me. It was the stand that caused the vibrations. Ah! That's so good. Stupid ass little plastic stand.
Now it's not perfect. With fast movements, it whiplashes when trying to stop my overweight camera. But for my use case where I'm going to be mainly walking around for tech videos, it's fine. I'm just so stoked. I was able to pull it apart, measure, model, and 3D print a custom mod for a piece of tech in my homemaker setup. But that's me. Like, I'm able to make these mods for my uses. What about you? Is it the best thing out of the box? Well, there's not a lot of comparable products. Obviously, it's smoother than the Hohem iSteady V2. However, this is also a phone gimbal you can just use to stabilize shots. The Obspot does let you snap around its mount, so you can use the rear cameras better with access to the screen. You can't do this on a gimbal that has its camera built into the clamp. Now, these both come in at $209, which is why I keep bringing up and comparing the two. However, I'm going to continue using the Obspot for most of my shots. The battery life also hasn't gone flat for all of my testing. It's rated for 120 minutes of use off of a 75-minute charge, and that is a long time of continuous tracking. For fellow content creators like myself, this makes our job easier, especially with the current climate in Australia with the restrictions. I can't have a mate come over and help film something. So if I need to film something, picking up something, moving, walking, doing whatever activity, these little devices are making my life a lot easier capturing stuff to show you. I'm just excited to see how this tech develops in the future. If you like this video, thumbs it. If you loved it, sub it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.